Okay, so let me try to clear up something, David, with you. When we correct these and we check these and we look at these, we're only looking for factual inaccuracies. So I'm not looking for commentary on her opinion. So let's go down here. I'm going to focus on your remarks right here. Where it says wildly inaccurate. Okay, that's her opinion. So that's the only part you have to verify is the data ever inaccurate? And the answer is yes. She can call it wildly or she can call it mildly. Doesn't really matter. The point is, that's her opinion. The fact here is the data ever inaccurate? If the data is never inaccurate, then she has made a statement that is false. But if it's ever inaccurate, she can describe it however she wants. That's her opinion. The next thing, First Amendment protected. It's free speech, right? So, yeah, it's First Amendment. A First Amendment protected. What is the protection of the amendment, a First Amendment? That you can do it, that you can say it. You have the right to say this crap. So it is First Amendment protected. So I don't see that it would not be. No one's ever said that you lose your rights when you post something online. We would all know that. So I'm going to say that's really not an issue. We do have to make sure that inaccuracies have been published, although I'm 99% sure that that's true. When individuals... Oh, this is verified. Well, yeah, I mean, most people don't. An alarming rate of inaccuracies. Okay, again, are they ever inaccurate on Spokeo? If the answer is yes, they have published inaccurate information on Spokeo, then the alarming rate is her opinion. So she can say that. So this doesn't really matter. You don't need to know what an alarming rate is. All you need to know is, have they ever been inaccurate? And that has to have been proven in a court of law. Do they publish, let me put in ever, do they ever publish inaccurate information? I don't know. I think has that ever been proven in a court of law? And I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. In which case, she can call it whatever she wants. Next, the federal government previously sued. Okay, so this is true and verified. Okay. Spokeo now refuses. No. This one, she's going to have to prove this one. This is huge. So I'm going to say, how do I add to this thing? Okay. This statement must be verified plainly, or we cannot publish. The full statement, with reference to accuracy, needs to be included. All right, so here's what I think is going on. I could be wrong, but I think what's going on is, what Spokeo says is, hey, this information is not ours. We just pull it off of Facebook, we pull it off of Twitter, we pull it off the internet. We compile it, we collate it, we curate it, and then we give it to our users. So I think that Okerhauser is playing a game here. I think Spokeo is pointing out, this isn't our information, we're just getting it and passing it along. And she's turning that into, Spokeo refuses to back the accuracy of its information. Well, I don't think that they really ever made any claim that the information was accurate in the first place. It's a bit like saying, when did you stop beating your wife? You never said you did. I don't think Spokeo has ever made the claim that our information is accurate. I think they've only made the claim that we gather, curate, collate, and send on to our readers information that's coming off of the internet. That's not a claim to accuracy. So anyway, I don't want to be publishing any kind of a statement like Spokeo now refuses to back the accuracy, because that's a statement, that's a factually presented statement, and if that's wrong, Spokeo will kill us. But on the other hand, I don't think it's true. I think that the lawyer or whoever wrote this is playing games. I think Spokeo is saying, I'm scooping up what's on the internet and giving it to our customers. And, you know, that's all it is. It's stuff that someone else did and we're passing it along. I don't think Spokeo ever came out and said, everything we publish is 1,000,000% accurate. I don't think they ever even said that. So it's very disingenuous to say they refused to back the accuracy if, in fact, they never did back the accuracy. Okay, so let's see what else here we got. Okay, this sentence, last month, artificial intelligence expert at the Research Institute called for government agencies. So we need a link to that, because maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I think also this statement, we would like a reference to who says that this is true. They're saying it as a fact that the algorithms can mask. What evidence do they have that it can mask? That's not an opinion. They're saying that the algorithms can mask. They're not saying, we have heard through the grapevine that it's possible that algorithms maybe can mask. They're saying, no, they mask this stuff. So we'd like to know where. Okay, so then down here, this comment about it's what we've already published, that has nothing to do with this. We're just checking facts. So, in fact, most drivers in Pasadena are likely to show up dozens, if not hundreds of times. I think that's not true, and they don't even need to be this grandiose. I need to know how did they determine in fact that most drivers are likely to show up dozens or if not hundreds of times. I think that should be reworded just to say it is likely that many local drivers or many Pasadenans show up in these files frequently. But this is really blowing it up to be much bigger than it is. I would really doubt if Ed Washaka only showed up 20 times. What evidence is there to suggest that any of our readers show up a lot more than Ed Washaka? Why would that be? I don't even get it. So I think that is an overstatement. And then also, do we know that the police keep them for 2 years? Is this true? Have they gone? I think it's true. I think on our record we quoted Chief or somebody saying that, but we need to check that. Okay, next. Okay, and I guess that's basically it. Oh, wait a minute. One other thing I want to ask them. Let me just look up something. So the word surveillance. I just want to verify. Okay, so I'm going to let that pass. Let's go back here and see what do we need to know. We need to know if Spokeo's data has ever proven to be inaccurate in a court of law. And in fact, if that has happened on more than one occasion. If it was just once, it's one thing. But if they've been successfully sued in court for inaccurate information on more than one occasion, then we have to let this pass. Hang on a second. Okay, now this part is, I think this is true, so that's fine. Again, this relates to the inaccuracy court information. We need to have that. This, you said, is verified. Tell me a little bit more about this, please. Can you tell me the court case? I just want to be sure. really, really sure that whatever we print is true. Because if we don't want Spokeo suing us, okay? This is a loaded sentence. This is the biggest problem to fix right here, because I think that's twisted. Just need a reference on this one. Just need a reference on this one. And this statement. Need to back it up. And what leads them to believe that most, that means most means more than 50%. So more than 50% of drivers are likely to show up. What evidence do they have or proof? They did one person only, Washaka, and he showed up 20 times over a couple years. Why is it they think that most drivers will show up dozens, if not hundreds? Washaka was 20 times. What would it take to show up hundreds of times? I question that. And then to verify the police files are kept for 2 years, which should be pretty easy. I think that's about it. Thank you very much.